Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Viking Conquest. Now, when we left off, we had, well, seen a rather interesting development, and that is that the Kingdom of Alban has now declared war against the Kingdom of Northumbria, which of course we are now a vassal of. Now, there have been a couple of developments. As you can see, we were actually running around over here just a minute ago, but I travelled all the way over to Caer Reged because I felt it would be a rather nice idea. Well, we're going to see the final stages of this particular siege, unfortunately enough, because it took me a little bit of time to get over here, and I would have liked to have shown you how incredible, how incredible the battle size actually is when there are so many units on the battlefield. And as you can plainly see, if I actually use my battle map, look at this! Look at how many units are on the battlefield. 548. Plus 112, obviously, and 65 from our opponents. But really, my apologies, I will have cut that out. There is actually a slight issue when you walk into the fray of our allies right here. There's a slight issue with how many people there are, and it causes a somewhat seizure-rific effect, which is not great. Not great at all, so I will have cut that out to save you the pain of that, but yes. Hopefully, we'll be able to see the end of this. Oh my goodness, all of our units are apparently really bad. I don't know what's going on with that. They keep getting taken out very easily indeed. Not too sure. But I would like to get over to the other ladder. That appears to be the one to go for. So if I could potentially jump over these guys... Oh, that might not be the one to go for anymore. It appears that that's quite full. So let's just see if I can get a space on this ladder right here, if I at all can. Ah, there we are. Thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me a little space on your ladder here. Ah, there we are. Very nice indeed. So yes, as I was saying, there was a couple of attempts for various vassals, not only from the Kingdom of Alban, but also from the Kingdom of Ullard. Yes, they had actually attempted to siege as well, and I was looking forward to that. I was actually going to start the episode once they had begun the siege, because this fellow, this particular vassal, only had 205 units in his army, and we have 135 plus the 11 that are in our garrison, so I thought, well, we can do it. We can actually do it. We can get a good defense going, and we can actually get a really nice, a little bit of intense action going on. But, unfortunately enough, that is when Halfdan himself ran by Cuilnam with 512 units. Yes, he has an army that big, and he chased that fellow off, unfortunately enough. And then when I attempted to intercept that guy and try to get him in a field battle, we had even more difficulties, because then he came across a vassal with 270 from the same faction that he was in, and of course that made it almost impossible to get any kind of battle going on. Oh, there we go. Our first kill of the siege. Very nice indeed. Take these guys out. And are there any other units? No, apparently not. So we were able to get 3 kills. Was that 3 kills, or maybe only 2? Not entirely sure about that. Let's just take a look. Can we actually see? No, it appears not. But we did take out every single unit. We were able to get 4 renown, which is okay. But we took back Caer Reged, which is, I suppose, a good idea nevertheless. So yes, as you see, Cuilnam is no longer under siege because they were chased off. Goban has been besieged. I think that is probably the same guy that attempted to take Cuilnam, so I'm actually going to head over... Ah, no, this is the fellow. This is the fellow. Okay, so I have no idea who's taking Goban at the moment, but let's see. Shall we actually try? Shall we try to attack him? I'd like to try and attack him, but I don't want to do it at night. Oh, never mind. There's actually 270. He's with his comrade, the fellow that was protecting him previously, which is not great. Not great at all, if I do say so myself. But he is now attempting to besiege it once again. So let us see. So many vassals. Oh, what? Oh, never mind. That's Halfdan of the Kingdom of Denmark. I actually thought that Halfdan of Northumbria had actually been attacked and defeated. That would have been terrible. But here we go. We have the ability to take this guy on. Now, we are outnumbered, but I have a feeling that our units will be able to pull out a rather decisive victory. Or maybe not. We have -1 battle advantage. I am a little bit skeptical now then. I was hoping that our various veterans and other units would be able to carry us through this, because, as you know, many of the enemy vassals do like to, shall we just say, buffer their armies rather considerably with lower tier units to make them seem like they are more powerful and to effectively zerg you to death. But I'm hopeful that this fellow will be outnumbered by our veterans in terms of his high-tier units. So let us hope that our veterans will be able to take out his high-tier units, while we focus on taking out his skirmishers. I know that in various other episodes I do like to charge in where angels fear to tread, and that is usually never a good sign, because I almost always get taken out with various abandon going on, with various spears thrown towards us, and yeah, of course our horse getting taken out, and then us being absolutely helpless to walk away from the action, and indeed have difficulties from that point onward. Now, we do have an actually really good formation right here. I'd like to say that this formation is really cool. Now, I'm actually going to stay here. I'm going to stay here. I know, it seems like a rather peculiar thing to do, but I'm going to stay here because what I want to do is actually have our units on the height advantage. I don't want to be fighting down in the depths down here, because these guys apparently all are skirmishers. Did you see this? These guys are all skirmishers. They're all moving back and forward and back and forward. Yeah. They want us to attack them, don't they? Yes, they do. He outnumbers us, though. He outnumbers us, so I have no idea why he is deciding to be so incredibly sheepish about this. But I suppose what I could do is try to distract many of the enemy's units, and maybe at that point we could get a couple of kills. As you can see, we actually gained a kill from our warrior archer, actually killing a couple of their skirmishers. I like that a lot. But it's not giving us the advantage, so I'm going to have to move a little bit closer, and we'll see what we can do. Okay. Oh, he's got a spear. That's not too good. I was hopeful that I'd be able to take out one of their skirmishers, but are they all skirmishers? That is the worst thing to happen ever in the history of ever. Yes. Great sentence right there, but still, all of them being skirmishers, that's going to be impossible for our units to be able to even get close to. Okay, well, whatever the case, I'm just going to charge in. We're just going to do it. We're just going to charge in, and we're going to see if we can make the most of... Okay. Horse got taken out almost immediately. Oh, no, never mind. We actually got pushed off our horse. Okay, our horse didn't die or anything, so I suppose that's okay, because we do get a chance to showcase our amazing infantry combat skills. Yes. That's exactly what I meant. Oh, we took out a champion unit? Wow. Okay. That's actually not bad. Ow. Okay. We need to be careful of that guy. He's got a pretty menacing two-handed sword right there. Sorry, Asbjorn, I didn't mean to hit you on the shoulder. There we are. Take out that champion. Well, it does appear as though we are absolutely slaughtering them right now. We are running through their ranks. And as you can see, the enemy lost a leader. They are now panicking. Hopefully they will have lost over half of their army by now, or at least a quarter of their army, so it will make them panic even further. That is what I would love to see right now. I am just so thankful that we're still alive, basically. That is my main goal in most of these particular skirmishes. I like to stay alive, yes. That would be a good idea. Now let's just hope that most of our units will also be able to level up. So I don't even mind if we lose a couple, because I'd like to level them up, of course. I'd like to level up the strong units. And we'll see. Oh, my weapon was damaged. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'll have to use my spear a little bit. I am hopeful that that damage is not permanent, and it's actually just for this battle. I am hopeful. I'm also hopeful to get some cavalry eventually, because not having cavalry is quite unfortunate, because now we are having to deal quite a bit with these very irritating skirmishers. Oh no. Oh! Oh! Wow! Okay, our units are actually really fast. Goodness me. I was not expecting these guys to be so fast with such heavy armor on, but I suppose we do have a couple of units that have some lighter armor. No! That guy was decapitated! Oh my goodness, how dare you. I'm gonna go after you now. This is a personal vendetta. And I'm hopeful that I'll be able to use my throwing weapons to the best effect. Ah, no, never mind. I really wish I had my horse still. That's all I can say. Okay, come on, take him out, take him out. Yes, just rounding them up here. And my weapon was damaged again? Oh my goodness, okay. I'll just switch back to the sword then, I suppose. But I don't think I really need to use it any further. And at the end of the battle, we only lost 29 units. I say only because in the grand scheme of things, 29 units isn't too bad. But I'd need to see the casualty breakdown report to fully understand how many we have lost and what kind of units we've lost, because of course losing veterans, losing spear warriors, that is always painful, but losing freemen or various other spearmen units is not too bad because of course they are not too expensive to recruit. So we lost 10 freemen, 2 freeholders, 11 spearmen, which is quite painful because they do level up into some pretty good units, but other than that we actually didn't lose too much. Yeah, all of our veterans were knocked unconscious. A Sphere Warrior, yeah, we did lose one of those, but I think we could probably find a couple more in a nearby tavern. I think that would be quite nice. And unfortunately, he was able to escape. So we are going to be taking as many of their really powerful units as we can, as I pick up a standard bearer. That's probably not the greatest idea, is it? Are there any other champion units? Ah, they have some champions. Yes, there we are. Thank you. Let's take a standard bearer there. Serfs, probably not the greatest. Let's take some veteran skirmishers and some regular skirmishers, and then we'll take some of these. There we go. Wow. I am actually really antsy to see how much money we have gained from that. And also we can sell some of the armor and weapons that we gained as well. Very nice indeed. So, what are we going to do here? Shall I leave some units at Cuilnam, or should I just rest here for a little bit? I think I'll probably rest here for a little bit, and then I'll head on to Edinburgh, which is not too far away, and I will see how much we are going to get for our prisoners. I am just hopeful that... Oh, they've made peace. Okay, that's good for them. Not so good for us, I don't believe, because we're not really allied with anyone at the moment, but there we have it. So, I will see you once we arrive at Edinburgh. Or maybe not, because as you can probably see right here, Cuilnam has been besieged by Luke Threnny of the Kingdom of Alban. And he only has how many? 84? Oh. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was actually really hopeful that these guys would leave them alone, but let's see. He's running at 6.2. We are 6.7. I really want to take this guy on. I really want to take this guy on. Come on, let's do this before this guy gets in on the action. Yes! There we are. We made it. Phew, that was close. I really love that we are very, very fast. In comparison to the enemy vassals, it makes it a lot easier to get away from things, of course, and to hunt people down. So, now, we are not outnumbered this time, so I can assume that we're going to... Really? He has only units with bare-chested men in? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna have an amusing time, shall we say? I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure that most of these units, thanks to our previous experience with the Kingdom of Alban, they're most likely going to all be skirmishers, so I am a little worried about that, I have to admit. I was really hoping that these guys would actually attempt to take Cuilnam and we could get a nice siege defense that we might have a chance of winning for once, because usually when I decide to defend something, it ends in less than desirable circumstances, yes. Who's this? Who is this guy over here? Freeman? What are you doing? Gordon, get back in the action over there. Oh, my goodness. It's understandable for Asbjorn to stand back because he needs to heal everyone, but... I have no idea why one of those freemen is not actually deciding to do anything. Well, whatever the case, we can tell our units to hold position a little bit ahead of us here. And I'm actually going to get a little bit of scouting information on here, so let's just raise our shield, just to make sure that we don't get any problems with various javelins heading our way. Okay, so what I can tell so far, these are mainly all skirmishers, which is definitely not good. Not good for us whatsoever, because even though our units are actually pretty... Are you serious? Our units are pretty fast, even though they are pretty fast. I cannot believe that that guy was able to take me off my horse with a javelin. Now, wait a second. Where did he shoot us? It doesn't show on our body, so I can only assume that he shot us in the head. Well, at least my pony is unharmed, so I'll be able to get back on and use it to the best of my effect. And not entirely sure if that is actually very good, but we'll see. Take these guys out. Yes, my pony is taking a lot of damage, but that's what he's there for. He's there to help us out, give us more mobility, and of course many of their champion units are actually very difficult indeed. Horse has gone down, and I've gone down from 38 critical damage, ouch, as well as from a champion unit. Okay, that's not too bad. We do lose 14 renown, which is really not that much in the grand scheme of things. If we come across a defense with over 200 units, we'll gain that back in no time. And I'm just hopeful that we'll be able to take these guys out. Luke Threnny himself is still alive, if you can believe that. I cannot. I'm hopeful that they'll be able to take him out. Apparently, a lot of our guys are having a great deal of difficulty, though. They've lost a leader. It's good that they've panicked, but Luke Threnny is still alive, and he's still killing things. Is this him over here? No, that was him that they were fighting over here. Okay, that's great. Phew. So, how many did I lose? I was about to say at the beginning of this battle, wouldn't it be ironic if we lost more units fighting this guy than fighting the other fellow that outnumbered us almost 2 to 1? So, yeah, that probably happened. That actually probably happened. Oh, there we go. 12 renown. So we gained 12 renown and we only lost 2 in total, so that's not too bad. We lost another 13 freemen. And no veterans this time. We lost 3 Sphere Warriors. What is it with Sphere Warriors? They seem to just fall over. They don't actually get wounded or anything. I have no idea why that is happening, but so be it. So, let's see here. We can get rid of some of these laborers now. Or maybe not, because we've reduced our party size. Ah, that was a mistake. Well, maybe not so much, because we should be able to get some champion units, which will sell for even more money. So I am quite happy about my decision. So let's remove some of these. Let's take off another 14, and we'll get some veterans, some champion units, some mounted nobles, and we'll get an elite skirmisher and some veteran skirmishers. That will be fine. So what can we get here from the loot? Not bad, not bad. We can sell some of this for a tidy profit. And I'm going to be heading back this way, because obviously I don't want to be beset upon by the Ulad vassal that is around there. And a significant group of enemies near Ker Rejed. Yeah, that is of course that Ulad vassal. I do not have the resources nor the men to be able to defend that, otherwise I would. Very much so. I would love to be able to defend that. So, without further ado, let's just get this, and I will make my way to Edinburgh. Okay, so as you can see by me losing 8,130 pennies, I just recruited 14 new veteran units. So I am actually doing quite well in terms of the troop strength, as you could probably see by us defeating that fellow that almost outnumbered us 2 to 1. But still, I am actually hopeful that we might get an entire army of veterans and maybe even Sphere Warriors as well. That would be pretty nice, I gotta say. So let's take a look here. 129 per 1. 108, 152. Ah, it appears 152 might be the limit. Is that a bug? Surely not a bug, but it just seems to me like these champion units should sell for a lot more than 152. But I'm not complaining. We're gaining a lot of money right here. As you can see, our money is going surging up. And I am hopeful that we'll also be able to get down to the Roman fort once we have 20,000. So that we can partake in his riddles. That would be rather nice. So, let's sell a little bit here. And I'm just making sure that we're not selling anything that we need to keep. And yes, I think that is fine. There we go. Oh, we actually have some jewelry as well, so I could sell that. Ah, no, let's not sell the jewelry just yet. We should sell everything else first, and then we'll sell the jewelry in just a second. And we need some more food. Don't we? Yeah, we need some more food. Why not? Let's get some more food here. And let's get some honey to sweeten the deal, and some cheese as well. And then we can sell the jewelry to the horse merchant. There we go. Very nice indeed. Okay, so actually, I do believe one of you asked me what shield I'm using. I'm using the North Mather shield, which is technically the Norway shield, I suppose. And I'm using the sword, which is something that we got from the Bandit King, I do believe. Yes, the Bandit King. That was great. That was very, very nice. Goodness me, I could not believe it when we found that. We might actually have to go for one of those unique weapons as well. That would be quite fun, perhaps. But, without further ado, I will be ending this episode off here. And next time on Viking Conquest, we will continue recruiting as many units as we can. And then eventually, because we have 183 as our total army capacity, we will be heading on to Rathbath, talking to him and triggering the event that enables us to take Baal Toroao. Yes, that place. Or, actually, no, never mind. Dun Taruo. Yes, I do believe that will be the place. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.